All right, so Naked State, hard-fought match, but not able to pull it out. Kind of what was going through your mind as the final point was won by you, Christian?
Just, thinking of, these guys have played so hard. It's like, why does it got to come down to the final fifth game? And, why does we have to be on the losing end? And it's just something that, at some point in time, obviously, you might get into this position and you just feel so bad for the girls because they've worked and battled so hard, and fought so hard the entire match. And it's just kind of sad to see all their hard work, not coming out to be a victory.
And then, how much of those things will obviously you don't want to lose, but if you end up having to lose, is that kind of the way you want to see it done? 5 sets, hard fought back and forth throughout the entire match?
Well, 5 sets, yes, you like to see it that way, but you don't like to see, kids making errors and those type of things costing you points when, you can kind of control some of those things versus those things being forced upon you, from the other side of a defensive side. So that's what's kind of hard.
When you kind of think of some of those errors, those points, in the second set, you guys were up 24 to whatever it was. Do you think that kind of made you guys exert a little more energy than maybe was necessary?
No, because, I think about some of the matches we've had throughout the year. We've done that so many times that we'd get in those positions and then all of a sudden here they score 6, 7, 8 points on us and they're right back into it. And, and it's just something frustrating on a coaching standpoint. It's like, why do you let your opponents do that? But it just seems like it's a pattern that keeps preceding us, and somehow we just got to, get that out of our system and just be able to put it away.
And then heading into this matchup, obviously you have Icarly Taylor, one of the best hitters in 2A, but then they also had Anna Keel. Kind of what was your preparation and sort of preparing for her on the other side of the net?
Well, we knew that she, was going to hit tough. We're used to, playing tough off of Carly in practice too, so it wasn't something that was, you don't have that opportunity to practice against. But, we were having a tough time blocking her. They were having a tough time blocking Carly as well. But it just seemed like it comes down to who has the less errors in the ball game a lot of times and who's going to win. And it came down to the 5th set, and we probably not looking at, haven't seen stats, but haven't cutting down those errors is something crucial. And we could have done that earlier too in some of the games. It might not even got to that 5th set if we served a little bit more aggressive and cut down the serving errors and cut down some of those hitting errors.
And then in the 4th set, Carly came out kind of on fire right from the get-go. Was there something that she said in the huddle right before that set, something you said to her personally or someone else said that just kind of got her all fired up?
Well, I just think, she internally can do that to herself. She sees the opportunity and, gets a great kill and can see that, we can come back. And we were passing well at the time. Paige was giving her sets, right there where she needed to have them, and she was going on a roll. And it gets kind of frustrating when, all of a sudden maybe the pass isn't quite there anymore, and then the set's not there anymore, and so she can't, quite, have that same opportunity. And so you just kind of have to, hopefully when the rotations come around, you rally back to somebody else to do that, because, all those hitters have that capability. Some are on that day and some aren't on that day.
And then with the 5, I believe it is, seniors that you guys have leaving, what sort of legacy have they left? What sort of, I guess, path do you want them that they have left?
Well, they have left. They have, made a big impact, I think, especially on this team this year. Paige has been setting for us for the past 4 years. So, I mean, as having a setter for 4 years, leaving like that, that's going to be hard. It'd be totally tough to replace. Just the playing experience and the camaraderie she has with the hitters and everything. Sadie, she's a hard hitter out of the outside. It's going to be tough to find people to replace those type of things. So you just kind of have to refocus and reload again and see how can you make it successful for next year, because we still got good players that are coming back. So how do you use their strengths and some of the other weaknesses coming in and put them all together and make it successful?
And then with looking towards next year, sort of what was your message to the players that will be returning on this team?
Well, first of all, reflecting back on, how well we have done. I mean, only 8 teams do get here, even though that wasn't just our goal, was just to get here. We had high hopes of, coming in and winning it. They really had, that belief in there, and that's how they fought throughout the whole entire match. And, they just need to, I told them they need to focus on those positive aspects. Nobody wants to lose, and nobody means to make errors and not do good, and you just need to focus on the positive, good things that have happened throughout this match and be proud of how, they were willing to, sacrifice themselves to just keep working hard the entire time for every single point, and also for them to, take what we did this year and transform that into next year, and obviously with a little bit different players in different spots, but we still have the same caliber of kids to come back and do it again next year.
And then the last, I guess, string of questions I have for you is the blue streak. When Sadie had said it was Carly's idea, what was sort of your reaction to the thought of dyeing part of your hair?
My first reaction was, oh my gosh, the other team is blue. What are we doing? Psyching them out, or But they had told me that their favorite color was blue. I mean, primarily a lot of them they liked blue, and so they just kind of went with that aspect, and they all kind of dyed their hair, and they kind of talked me into putting something a little blue in my hair too. So it was just something fun, that the girls really all wanted to do together, and just kind of have that togetherness time too.
And then did it kind of bring you back? I can't think of maybe the last time you really went to dye your hair at all. No, I'm saying, did it kind of bring you back to maybe younger days when maybe switching up your hairstyles?
No, not at all. It's just kind of like, they wanted us all involved too, all coaches to get with them and to kind of do some things fun too.